All right, this is She-Rex Mics, and you are listening to the Ultimate Business Savage, the Keeping It 100 series. And today's topic that I'm going to bring to you is how to make a song like Drake, and specifically Child's Play. So really, I'm not going to tell you how to make this song, verbatim per se, but I'm going to point out some of the elements of the songs that you might can use in your own songwriting or in your own music. Which is first things first. Let's start out with the easy part. Child's Play had a simple subject. An argument with the girlfriend, and with this, the song was the rebuttal of the argument with the girlfriend. So notice everybody can relate to the topic. It's a topic a lot. I'm gonna say everybody because children can't relate to being arguing with girlfriends and boyfriends and stuff. But anyhow, this is a topic that a lot of people can relate to, and everyone has had that conversation with their significant other maybe once or twice in their lifetime. And, you can understand the song, and even if you've been on either side of that argument. The thing I like about it here is it was giving you one image, one concept. Even without seeing the video, you knew what he was talking about. It wasn't a super heavy concept, and I found myself humming it, because here's point number 2. The hook had a melody to it. A lot of times I receive music that, the hook is da 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 da. No melody to it whatsoever. The hook or parts of the hook was easy to memorize. It's not extra long. I come across music all the time where I can't tell if the first part of the song that I'm hearing is the hook or if it's the verse, just because of the way, sometimes people think adding a chorus to something makes it the hook, and it's not really the case. Because, and what I mean by adding chorus, I mean adding like a chorus effect to it. Because it's just too long, it's not catchy, and catchy is what sells. I'm going to tell you the reason why catchy sells is because repetition. Lil Wayne said it before, repetition is the father of success, and he ain't lying. He wasn't lying when he said that. Repetition, if you can make something where it's easy to repeat and easy to memorize, then the person that's listening to your song will take those headphones off, and they'll still be humming your song or have that song stuck in their brain, while they're not listening to music. So why not make the hook easy to memorize, and the bridge included as well. The verse, as far as the verses go for that song, watch and pay attention to how he lengthens his words. Like he would say Bugatti or cheesecake or stuff like that. He lengthened his words to ride the beat instead of trying to. A lot of rappers have a tendency to speed up their words. He stretched them out. He also knew when to let the beat breathe, even if it was for just a split second, which that is very much part of Drake's style. At the same time, he paid attention to when he needed to let the beat breathe. All right, so that's another point. Let the beat breathe sometimes. You don't have to, fill every part of the song with the word or with the phrase or with the sentence or with the bar. Bridge. The bridge, he stayed on the same melody pretty much, and then notice he used he accentuated the first words of every bar. So he used I, my, took, you know, every word that he had for that first word of that bar, he accentuated and put like he put emphasis on it, is what I'm really meaning to say. And with that, what he did was he built tension. And Drake is also known for doing that. I mean, you can't forget like songs like Back to Back, where he built tension up until that line he said about Nicki Minaj, and that was like the climax of his verse, and then he just bam and into the hook. So play around with that, you know. On this particular song, he built tension and then he brought it back down, and his voice became more calmer and more smoother. Fortunately, I can't, you know, I'm not going to play the song because, you know, YouTube and their rules and things like that. But anyhow, you know, he did that, and he built tension. Then he came down, became more relaxed, more smoother, and then he let the beat ride out. He also did not beat you over the head with lyrics. So just to kind of recap what some of the elements of the song and how to write a song like Drake. It's simple subject, argument with the girlfriend, and the rebuttal. This is what we were hearing from the guy's side of the point of view. I would definitely like to see somebody do like a female version of this coming back. That would be kind of cool. It was something that everybody could relate to or has been through at least once. All right. The second thing, you know, making the hook easy to memorize, easy to understand, something that you can walk away from with your head, you know, after you take your headphones off and you still know at least the hook of the song and walking around humming it or whatever. And if you can't remember the words, you could at least remember the melody enough to hum that. Next, letting the beat breathe. Knowing when to let the beat breathe, even if it's just for a split second. Everything does not have to, you know, the beat does not have to be filled up with your words all the time. Sometimes it's just best to let the beat breathe just a little bit. All right. And we all know that that's been a part of Drake's style for the longest, or at least whoever's writing the songs for him, it's been a part of their style. And also, learn to build tension and when to accentuate words and when to let things climax and when to let them drop down. And also sometimes I see this sometimes with Drake. Sometimes he'll let the beat ride out, just ride itself out. He does it a lot too. And he also, you know, don't always have to beat people over the head with lyrics. It's great that you can rap, and it's great if you're a great rapper, but you don't always have to beat people over the head with lyrics. Sometimes people just want to listen to music just for the enjoyment of listening to music. Sometimes they just don't want to hear, you know, the fact that you can rap really well. All right. So, and sometimes they do. Just depends on what type of audience you're trying to reach. But if you're trying to reach like the masses of people and reach a lot of people, then, and it's just my opinion. So, you know, don't take this for truth, but it's just my opinion on things I've noticed. You want to reach the masses of people and you want to reach them quickly, then it's a lot easier to reach them when you make things that are very simple and simplistic. The concept, and what I mean by that, the concept doesn't have to be simplistic, but the way you bring that concept out has to be pretty simple. All right? That even a child can, I mean, because we all know that most of the time, children, we always pick at kids sometimes and say, well, man, you know that song better than you know your ABCs and you better than you know your homework and all that stuff from school. So make it simple to the point where a child can understand it. All right. Anyway, so this is She Rex Mics. I am about to sign off, and you know, I thank you for listening to the Keeping It 100 series, The Ultimate Business Savage. And hopefully you'll be back listening to us soon. Thank you. God bless. Have a great night.